Now, in a recent interview, you described the film as very emotional as well as a gangster action film, right? So, when you say emotional, what exactly are you referring to there?
So, the film is about a man's personal journey in discovering what he's lost over the past 25-30 years.
Okay.
And he's trying to figure out whatever he's lost, he's trying to go and he's going in search of all that. In that sense, it's a very personal point of view of the main Kabali himself. Okay. So that is where the emotional aspect kicks in, and you also have all this, the rise and the growth of the Don and how he comes back and becomes what he was.
Right.
All that has been incorporated into the script, and since we have never seen Rajini sir doing that, so that gives you a kick when you watch the film.
But isn't that his usual theme that almost every film has, that rags to riches to, again,
I wouldn't say rags to riches. This one's a totally different concept. It is more about what he's lost. He's already a Don. That's where the film
you start from the end and then go back to discovering.
And then you start revealing what has happened in his life and all that.
Okay.
So which has been done in a very interesting manner. And the younger version is where a lot of people are going to like him.
Okay.
Hopefully we are all pretty excited when that episode comes in the film. So I'm sure the audience will love it as well.
Right. It's the biggest project of your career, if I can say that, because of stardom and all that. So was it too big a opportunity for you, or did it seem risky at any stage? Or
no, it wasn't risky. Obviously, everyone dream. It's a dream for all of us, and but I didn't expect it to come along my way. I mean, none of us expected it.
What, when Ranjit went and narrated, you didn't think that?
No. When the opportunity came to Ranjit, it was like whether Rajini sir will say yes or no. No, it was always that. But when Rajini sir said yes, it was like it took us close to like a couple of days to even digest the fact that okay, I think we are actually going to work on this films, and how many people get this opportunity? So that was always there, but we were all pretty excited, and it was also a responsibility to present him in a very, because it was a huge for Rajini sir to place his trust on this young team was a huge thing.
Right.
So for us to deliver it right was also for us it was a lot of back and forth. Should we do this or should we not do this? So eventually, when the script was locked after 4.5 months, everyone had a say in it to say this could be done, this can be done. Let's take Rajini sir's elements and place it here, place it there. All of that happened. Yes.
So it's a very collaborative process. Right?
Yes. All Ranjit's films are that.
Okay.
Even for Madras, after the script was done, we had a session wherein we all sat down and spoke about what needs to be done or what needs to be shot and all that. So it's always that.
Right. Now, it's interesting that you talk about being a young team and a big opportunity. So in a way, almost like the entire Tamil film industry is watching you guys very closely to see if you can handle a Rajini sir's film, right? What sort of feedback have you got? Like, are people really curious about what you guys are doing? Or?
Everyone's curious, definitely everyone's curious. I mean, how many people get a chance to direct Superstar just like in his third film? And everyone was waiting for us. See, the first look posters created a certain level of curiosity. And see, no one was sure in what angle this film was going to come out. And when the teaser came out, a lot of people have called me and said, we didn't have trust when it was announced, but after seeing the teaser, I'm sure you guys would have rocked. That was the feedback a lot of people called me, even from Telugu actually.
Right.
So that gave us a little bit of confidence and saying, okay, maybe we are on the right track. Not that we were not confident enough about the film, but we were also a little worried about how it was going to be projected across. Since the songs have come out now, everyone's liking the songs as well. So I think we have found the right balance about how to present them.
Right. Now you said it's a collaborative process with Ranjit always. So what were your early discussions like during that scripting stage? You're very close to him, right? I mean,
See, generally when we were shooting Madras, the whole theme of the film was about this wall. It revolves around the wall, which was interesting by itself. And if you actually, I'm not too sure if you watched the film, but
I haven't.
okay, it's a very story-oriented film, isn't it? You could actually take Karthi sir away and put someone else in there, and it would still work. But thing is, Karthi sir coming on board made the film huge,
Right.
and it revolves until the first half. We're not too sure whether Karthi sir is the hero or the other guy is the hero.
Okay.
So that's how it was written. And when I first read the script, after I finished the first half, I remember calling up Karthi sir and asked him, which role are you playing? You know, it was in that sense. And coming to Bedras, Ranjit, when he first offered me the script and after we read it, he said he didn't want the camera to be like away from the actors themselves. He wanted the camera to be part of the whole narrative process. Okay. So the camera angles were designed in that way, the way it was shot or conceived was designed in that way. The dialogues were written in that way. And a lot of things were taken out from the script stage itself, even before it was shot. But it was always a back and forth thing. In most films, even for Kabali, we did that. But for Kabali, we actually wanted to do, we knew when it was written, it was a little lengthier. But Ranjit, cameraman sir, and all of us discussed about that, and then we thought, let's shoot it, and then we'll decide on the table later on what to incorporate and what not to incorporate.
Oh, okay.
So it was done in that sense.
So it's more work for you to figure out what works, what doesn't.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, it is. I wouldn't say more work, because that's what happens in every other film also. Okay. But this one we wanted to take that a little further up, because it was going to be shot in Malaysia. And there was always a scope of improvisation over there. Yeah. So all that was, we thought we'll just do that first and then come back and decide what we want.
Right.
For an example, Vasnabalan sir, whom I worked with, he prefers to sit down with me while I edit.
For Kavya Thalaivan.
For Kavya Thalaivan, yes. On the other opposite direction, if you look at Venkat Prabhu, he doesn't come to the edits at all. Okay. He says, you finish it. I'll come back and watch it once you are done with it, that's all.